So you basically had two people wanting to do the same thing for you.
So I don't need him. I just
No, I mean, I have some independent artists that are with the Orchard, and it's something that they do for you, and they'll call you up and say, is this information still correct? Do you still own all this stuff? Is this how we collect the money? And then they take a fee for that. It's the same thing the other person's doing. The cool part is you don't have an exclusive license with anybody, so whoever can go get your music placed, you have the ability to pay them.
So like the Orchard and like TuneCore, is that something good that I
think it's something good because they have people out every day looking for opportunities for you.
Oh, okay. Or like they're trying to find money, they told me to do some random searches all over the world and try to see if my song was used.
Sure.
Is that kind of what they're doing?
Yeah, they are your distribution company is basically what they are, you know, like a Sony or a Universal or EMI, that's what they do. They're your distribution company. Most of them, they don't do retail distribution for you. They're mostly online. But that's what your performance rights organizations, if you're ASCAP or BMI, if it gets played, they should be searching for money for you. I've never met anybody who had access to get the money that's never found the money. The problem is it all goes into a pool, and it usually goes to the bigger writers. So you may have only made $8 on something but never seen $8, you know, because the guy who had the bigger hits. It's pretty screwy in its own little way. I always tell people it's a business of pennies that turns into dollars really fast. But you need to, as an artist, I tell people, let those folks worry about the pennies. You go worry about your live show. You're going to make a hell of a lot more money at your live show and your merchandise and your things like that than you are if one song happens to get played in music video or whatever the case may be. The bigger problem most people have is they get these great opportunities that are presented to them and they never had the capture organism in place in the first place to take advantage of that opportunity. All these people that are on these talent shows, you go think it's a website temporarily suspended or website currently down. Well, they're not able to take advantage of the opportunities that they had. Many of you know the Jordan Pruitt story. She's here. She was on The Voice, and she contacted me. We've been friends for a long time. She said, hey, I'm on this. I know how many episodes I'm on. I know when I go off. I said, well, what's the contract say? Well, we can't sell music or have YouTube while we're there. I said, well, it didn't say anything about giving it away. So we gave away the music in order to capture the email addresses, and she gets 2 performances and about 5,000 email addresses later. And she wasn't on the time when they actually gave your Twitter handle or the website. It was just basically people searching her name. But what she did is she went on and she interacted with these people at the hashtags and on the Twitter rooms and drove people to go get her 7 free songs. So she took advantage of the opportunity that was presented to her. And that's what I'm trying to teach folks, is that it's great if you have people getting you all these great opportunities, but if you don't have a way to capture that information where you can go back and have a conversation with them at another point in time, it was for naught. And you wasted it. You know, I was talking with Dave before, and he's got a great book, by the way, The 6-Figure Musician, and there's a way that you can get it for free. If you'll see him afterwards, I'll have him come up and tell you. But what we were talking about was just that, taking advantage of these opportunities. And if Twitter and Facebook went away today, most of the artists in this room wouldn't have a way to communicate with their audience, because that's what they've been relying on. And you can't build relationships in 140 characters. I don't care who you are. You use your Twitter to drive them to your location where then you can squeeze the information, hence that's why it's called the squeeze page. And that's what I teach people, is take advantage of the instant of Twitter and the instant of Facebook to drive them someplace where then you can actually start engaging them. And then once you have their information, start treating them like a friend and not just somebody that you go to when you need something. We don't like friends like that. Why would your fans like their artists to be like that? We need to start treating our fans the way that we treat our friends. If we could learn the information about our fans the way I can tell you the movies my friends go to, the books they read, the food they like, if we do that about our fans, imagine how easy it would be to create products that they would want to buy, or things that they would want to do, or shows that they would want to see. And there's easy ways to get that information because of Facebook and because of Twitter and being able to do those things. So that's what I highly encourage people to do, is take every opportunity to build a relationship with the fans and then create product for your fans. If I forget to look in this direction, you guys throw something and we'll get it. Any other